name and address, please.
My name is Curtis Childress, and my address is not available at this time.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't like that you are thinking about shutting down IA and Blountville and Sullivan, because IA is the only STEM school that offered project-based learning in the region. Bristol has lost $1 million and Kingsport has lost $2 million, and they haven't shut down their schools. If you shut down IA, then you will stop 150 plus kids from becoming what they were meant to be. This is the only school that meets my educational needs and my friends. I have been bullied in the past, and IA is bully free. If I go back to my old school, me and my peers will not get the education we will need, nor anyone else at IA.
Thank you very much. Well done. Next, Leslie Carr.
My name is Leslie Carr. I live at 301 Hillsborough Road, Blountville, at Blountville Middle School. I'm sorry that we don't have more parents here tonight. We have a band concert also, so we have lots of students and parents involved in that. Last Friday, the teachers and staff at our school received a good morning gut punch in finding out that our school was slated for potential closure as soon as the end of this school year. We felt like we were smacked in the face with that information because we had no prior notification. We found out from a bus driver who had seen it in the paper, and we all scrambled to get to the computers to read the paper. We had been told at a meeting in our school in February of 2016 that Blountville Middle and Holston Middle would be combined at Central as soon as the new high school was opened, and that we had no worries about closure or moving until then, but obviously that was not the case. We seem to be the sacrificial lambs here. In an attempt to show that efforts are being made to save funds, our students and staff are the ones who are going to suffer the consequences. Blountville Middle has a more centralized location. Students who are going to ride buses from West Bristol addresses and other Bristol addresses are going to have a lengthy ride all the way to Holston. As a coach, I have had students who were unable to participate in sports because their parents simply didn't have the money to buy additional gas to come get them at practice. If they move as far as Holston, their chances of participating not only in sports but in any other after-school activity, dances, chorus, concerts, anything like that, are going to be virtually non-existent. Our building and facilities are utilized by the community probably as much or more than any school in the county. The grounds, the gym, the classrooms, all of them are used by countless community members daily for exercise, for club athletics, all sports, all ages. You go by that gym any day of the week, day, night, whatever, there are people there. The track stays full of people. Classrooms are used by the Sheriff's Department and other groups. Even class reunions are held there. In the event of an emergency situation, and heaven forbid that that should ever happen, we are closer to the Sheriff's Department, to the Maintenance Department, to the EMS, Fire Department than any other school that I know of. Our building has had major renovations in the last 10 or 12 years, which makes it very physically sound. Anybody who visits our building will tell you they are amazed at the cleanliness and the soundness of the building. As important as anything, other schools that we're looking at all have at some point the potential of annexation. Blountville is never going to be annexed. Blountville Middle School provides the heating and air for the elementary school. So even if our school doesn't have students, it still has to be heated and cooled in order to provide that for the elementary next door. It's been rumored that because of that, the elementary might move over to the middle school building eventually. That building was originally designed to be a high school. Therefore, it has high school size facilities. It has high school size gym. It has the restroom facilities. Small children who come from the elementary occasionally, they are in there daily in the small gym for PE, can't even reach up to turn the water fountain or the water spigot on in the restroom. They can't reach it. playground facilities for those elementary students, if they were to come to the middle school, they would have to hike a quarter of a mile back over to the playground at the elementary school. To me, that creates a safety issue to have that many children going that far. If you move the playground, the only grassy area that we have other than the football field would be the area next to the road, which is also a safety issue. If we're going to be moved to Holston, and that's what we understand, the question arises as to whether or not that building can even accommodate the number of students. We have 268, that doesn't include the 5th grade. They have 310 at Holston, which gives you 578 students, and according to the maintenance records and the fire marshal, the capacity for that facility is estimated at 500 on the middle school side. I don't teach math, but 578 is more than 500. I can do that math. As it's presently proposed, it seems that most certainly there will be jobs lost, as the system can only absorb so many. We already have multiple middle schools that are slated to close and combine, and there will be teachers, administrators, custodians, cafeteria staff. It's hard to believe that all those positions are going to be absorbed. I feel certain there will be jobs lost. And finally, if Blountville Middle and Holston Middle are soon going to combine at Central High School, and we were told that a couple of years ago, and we knew that, and we didn't like it necessarily, but we accepted it because that was how it was going to be, and that was going to happen 2021, then why disrupt so many now? Why incur the cost of moving all these people, all this equipment, all these supplies, and such, only to do the exact same thing in a couple of years when these folks are going to have to move yet again? Disruptions in class break down the momentum of teaching and learning, and our office at school works to minimize those. The same can be said of any major school disruptions. So we have picture day. That is a disruptive day. When we have band and chorus rehearsals, that's a disruptive day. But those teachers let us know. As teachers, they call us or they send us emails and they say, these students are involved, they're going to be out, it's going to be all day, and they let us know weeks in advance so that we can plan and make adjustments to our curriculum that day. We would appreciate the same from you all, instead of finding it out in the newspaper like everybody else. So just like picture day, we know it's going to be a disruptive, hectic day at school, but because we know ahead what to expect, because we know it's inevitable to, we're going to have to endure it so that these kids are going to have a great yearbook at the end of the year or great memories of their performance or whatnot. We understand that. So we know the Blountville Middle School closure is inevitable, and we have to endure that. But let's rethink this. Instead of making multiple moves and impacting so many students, first of all, their learning and the staff, let's just do this one time.